All right, it looks like we are live, and welcome to our Facebook Live today. I want to say thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm super excited. We have a couple of speakers today that we are going to be highlighting, as well as just real talk with me for a while. Super excited to be able to share some awesome information with you about the upcoming conferences and just real life. I'm so excited. Seriously, it's going to be so fun tonight. So as many of you know, I usually get on Friday mornings at 10 a.m. and I wanted to give a chance for our audience who might work during the day or go to school so that you guys would have the opportunity to be able to connect with us here live, be able to get in on some of the awesome freebies and giveaways and information and connection and all that good stuff. So if you're joining me right now, will you please go ahead and just let me know where you're joining from? Go ahead and say your specific location that you are. I am in Layton right now. Some of you may recognize my background today. We have done conferences here at the Davis Conference Center. Today we did an event called the Business Boot Camp. And yeah, looks like we've got some people joining us and jumping on. Thank you so much for saying hi. And super excited to be able to connect with you guys. Hey, Jennifer from Ogden, Marcy from Idaho. Hey, Kathy from Otherway. How are you, girl? You guys are awesome. So for those of you who are just barely joining us for the first time, one of the things that I really like to do on our Facebook Live events is I really, really love to be able to showcase and highlight some of the awesomeness about our conferences, the speakers and their information that they're going to be sharing. Our first speaker that's going to be joining us, our first guest speaker, is the amazing Chereon Hoopes, and she's going to be speaking on healing frequencies, the magic of biofeedback, and her scans take place like through frequency, through the air. Okay. My family always calls it through the Wi-Fi, but it's not actually Wi-Fi. It's just through the air, through the energy fields. And it's literally scans your entire body. And what it does is it highlights and it illuminates the areas of blocked energy. Okay. Now, I happen to know that this machine that she uses is like totally legit, like real technology. She's been using it on me at least once or twice a week for several months now. And using delta waves, she can rebalance the energy of the cells. Using beta waves, it allows the body to eliminate microorganisms naturally. So what she does is she takes the frequencies of even stuff like fears and trapped trauma and clears them from the tissues. It's very cool. She began her career in college wanting to be a pharmacist. Microbiology and abnormal psychology were her favorite subjects. She ended up receiving her bachelor's degree in psychology from Utah State University in 2001. And she then received her certified crystal healer certificate in May of 2019, where she learned about frequency medicine. She received her Certified Nutritional Health Certificate in relation to the microfeedback software in February of 2022. So we're talking just barely a few months ago, or tomorrow is February of 2022. So she probably is just getting it like right now. She currently studies with Cyndi Dale in an apprenticeship course of study. And you guys know Cyndi Dale. We've had her on as a guest speaker before. She's written many New York Times bestsellers. Chereon has been married to her husband for 31 years. And together they have 7 highly sensitive children. Her 6th child, Madilenne, recruited her to this healing path, as she calls it, a quest for her to be pain-free. I know that there are many moms out there who have kind of been on their own adventures in that way. What Chereon has found is hope, peace, joy, and the ability to turn on the lights within ourselves to heal completely. And I'm super excited to have her on as one of our guest speakers. So wherever you are joining in from, please go ahead and just take a quick moment to comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It's kind of fun to be able to see where everybody is. Okay, so thank you guys so much. We've got Alice Fulmer from St. George. Oh my goodness. Are you loving the palm trees? Let's see. Judith Wilkins is from Taylorsville and Casey Venn from Colorado. Thanks to you guys so much for joining in. And Mike, hey Mike, how are you from Eagle Mountain? So happy to have you here. And hello, Rhonda from New York. So happy to have you here as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and tell you about our next guest speaker, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway based off of the people who are doing some interaction and some comments with us. So please, if you have not shared this video, please feel free to do that. You can also go ahead and just comment and let us know where you're tuning in from as well. I'd love to hear about your own journey, so please feel free to share some of the modalities that you've tried as well. Who in here that is on right now has learned about vibrational medicine or sound frequency or sound healing? Or maybe you've participated in a sound bath or had maybe even a massage therapist do some sound healing for you. I remember this one time, actually wasn't too far away from where I am right now. I had a migraine and it was so bad. It had been affecting me for a couple of days. And I went into this day spa and booked right away with this woman. I didn't know who she was at all. I was just thinking about her yesterday because her name is Melody. And I happened to come across a road yesterday, and the road was called Melody Street. And I was thinking about this along with my friend Jill Serafini, who's going to be on today. And hey, I can see her commenting. And Melody, when I went in there, I told her, I said, so I have this headache. It won't go away. It's just like super intense. And she's like, okay, just come lay down. And I said, is it okay if I even turn off the lights? Like, not to be weird. You know what I mean? I don't want to be weird or anything in this massage, but like my head hurts so bad. I just need the lights turned off. So she was like, yeah, we'll do that. So she turned the lights off. And then she said, is it okay if I sing to you? And I was like, wait, what? And she goes, I know Sanskrit and I would really like to sing. So she started singing in a language that was completely unfamiliar to me. But I tell you what, you guys, within probably about 10 minutes, my headache was gone. And I was so relaxed and I felt so much peace throughout my entire being. It was beautiful. It was just so beautiful. And when she was done, I was like, what the heck was that? I said, that reminded me of my grandma. Like so as she was like massaging my head and just playing such beautiful, peaceful sounds literally from her soul, I felt like from her soul to mine, it just really like, I felt really connected with it. Of course, I have this huge, vast library of all different types of energy healing books, but one of my favorites is called Vibrational Medicine. I always forget the guy's name. I'll have to, if anybody knows the name of that book, let me know. It's like this thick. It's like that thick, but it's awesome. It's really good stuff. But anyway, I want to just share with you, that just came to my mind. I was just thinking about Melody the other day. Melody, if you're on right now, hello girl. Thank you so much. She didn't know me at all until I was like, you should come to my conferences. And she was like, I never heard of them. And she came and was like, oh, my people, I love it. It was so awesome. But I want to tell you about what Jill is doing. Her topic for the conference is called Fast, Fun, Holistic Fat Melting Massage. And this is what she has to say about it. Did you know that there's a way to holistically and permanently release fat and tighten skin in just 60 minutes? Stomach, arms, back, thighs, face, all the body parts. Ultrasonic cavitation is an amazing new tool that is revolutionizing the holistic health and beauty industry. She herself is a licensed massage therapist, a certified sound healer, a Reiki master, and certified dream body sculptor. She completed her bachelor's degree in business administration from Southern New Hampshire University, and she currently resides in Salt Lake City and has offices for her company, Vibes of Light, in South Salt Lake, Tree Mountain, and Phoenix. So yes, if you're in Arizona right now, give us some love, say hello, send us some sunshine. She says she is passionate about all three pillars of healing, mind, body, and spirit. Whether she's providing individualized care in her office or doing sound baths at festivals, conferences, and retreats, Jill makes everyone feel brighter, lighter, and happier. And I just have to kudos to her. That is absolutely 100% the truth. Huge shout out to her. I feel like she's, I don't know how else to say this, but she's like a soul sister. I just love this girl so much. And yeah, and Kathy's like, Tremonton? Yeah, she's going to be coming to Tremonton on Wednesdays starting in February. So Kathy, you'll have to reach out and send me a message and I'll send you the link, or we'll see if we can get you a link right away for today as well. So I want to share kind of a personal thing. This is definitely very personal. So I have 8 babies. My oldest is 23 and my youngest is 7. And then also through that time of having kids, I experienced some emotional trauma that was incredibly difficult for my body to metabolize. You know how some people just talk about food metabolizing? There's so much more to it than that. My emotions weren't able to process, and it ended up getting stuck in my skin suit, if you know what I mean. And so I gained 100 pounds within a 6-month time frame and was almost completely bedridden for about 7 months from some autoimmune stuff. I don't know if you guys have ever known anybody with chronic pain or chronic fatigue type issues, but the reason why I bring it up is because I found some things that were really working for me, and I dropped a lot of weight really fast. I just was able to release it and process it really quickly. But then what happened was I ended up with a lot of hangy skin. So I don't know if you've ever experienced that or if you've known somebody that experienced that, but I started on my path to see what I could do to find a way safely to fix it. And of course, there's some things that are fixed easier than others. But one of the things that I did was the stuff that Jill does. I was able to go in and it literally felt like a warm massage. And as the gal rubbed it over my face, just this machine, it was literally putting in these frequencies and it allowed my skin to tighten. In fact, when I got done, the next day, somebody asked me if I had what's it called? A facelift. Yeah, that's the word I'm thinking of. So, and I was like, what? No, I do not have a facelift. But then I was like, oh yeah, I did this thing where it tightens up your skin. So that could really help anyone, even if you haven't dropped a lot of weight. But it was freaking awesome. And it super easy, except for I couldn't drink caffeine that day. But other than that, it's my only complaint. But other than that, it's super comfortable and didn't hurt at all. It's not like going in, other things to do. I did blading once and I was like, I hate this. It hurts. Even though I did numbing stuff. But this didn't hurt at all. In fact, it was super relaxing and chill. And because I know Jill is trained in energy healing and massage, she really knows her stuff. I'm so excited for you guys to learn more. It's just going to be so awesome. So, hey, Susanna, how are you? I see you. So yeah, anybody who's ever had a baby or who just life happened to you, if you're looking for some more information, she's going to be joining us right at the top of the hour at 6:00. And I know she's got a link for you. But maybe she shares it to me on Facebook Messenger right now if she's happening to be listening, and I could just throw it on the link so that if somebody's on right now, they don't have to wait, maybe just in case she has to hear. So we'll see. So I do want to go ahead and I have a couple of, first I have an ask and then I have a give. So the first one is I am in need of 3 room hosts right now. So if you already know that you would like to attend the conference and you wouldn't mind being a room host goes in. They make sure that their room is tidied up, that people didn't leave a bunch of trash. Most of the time our people are very, very clean, so you don't have to worry about that. But you kind of just check the room over and then, you welcome and you greet people as they're coming in. And then you make sure that the speaker has what they need if they happen to need help passing out a flyer or a handout or some materials, something like that. That's pretty much what the room host does. And as a room host, you not only get access to all of the audios at the whole conference, so it's like you're in 4 places at once, but you also are going to get access for you and a guest for the whole day. So it's like you get 2 general session tickets. And we also are very generous and give you a goodie bag as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link for the actual conference here for you so that you can see that. And then what I'm also going to do is tell you where to find the volunteer tab. So if you go to this particular page, this link, you just scroll down and it has a spot that says volunteer registration. Or if you are like, I don't want to go looking for it, I already know I want to be a volunteer, I'm going to go ahead and put the link for the volunteer right here in the comments as well. But we are looking for about 3, maybe even 4 volunteers. This isn't financially compensated at all, but we are trying to be as absolutely generous as possible because there's just no way we could do the conferences without our volunteers. So thank you so much for everyone who does do that volunteering. I really appreciate you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share a couple of quick links. The first one is I'm going to post a link for the Vibes of Light. Thank you so much. It looks like, no, you don't have to be in the room the whole day. Great question, Jennifer. Here is the link for the Lipo schedule. So if you click on that particular link that I just barely posted, it says KEAP page. You can click on that. You can watch the short video and you can even get your own scheduling done for that Lipo. And it is not like your regular liposuction. By the way, you guys, this is like ultrasonic body cavitation, which is the warm fat melting massage that I was talking about. I'm also going to share one more link with you right now, and that one is for Jill's Facebook page. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share that with you too. All right, so I've got a couple of giveaways that I'd like to do. If you're watching right now and this is your very first time being on a Facebook Live event with us, will you please go ahead and comment first timer? And I'd love to hook you up with a live ticket to our conference. If you are not able to join in because you don't live in the area and you're not able to come that day, that's totally okay. We would still like to go ahead and honor that for you. So you can go ahead and do that. I also would like to go ahead and highlight some of our speakers. Friday night is a very special day. We have on somebody who's going to be teaching us some energy routines to help people who would like to be able to really like elevate their own vibrations and be able to help protect their own energy, their space, their office, or their home. Okay, then we also have Jill Serafina, who's actually going to be doing some volunteer work right in front of everyone. That'll be super fun. She also has a fantastic affiliate program, so ask her about that for sure. And then I will be doing a very special class called You Are Allowed to Change. And I don't know, kind of maybe share with me, let me know if that even like resonates with you, just the title. Does that title right there resonate with you at all? Oh, and congratulations, Rhonda, for being on here for your first time. That makes me super happy to have you here, especially since you're from New York. I used to live in New York, actually. Queens. I know, it's so crazy. I lived in Queens when I was 17. It was a week before my 18th birthday, so super fun. Kate, congratulations. She says, first timer, and I'm already coming. Kate, if you have a friend that you'd like to bring with you, definitely hit me up, send me a message, so I'll get your friend a ticket as well. So Susanna says, I love that title. I really resonate super strongly with that because I used to be the type of person that I felt that if I like believed a certain way or if I like learned a certain thing, that I had to like stay by that and I couldn't change that, you know, because that would be called a hypocrite, or you know what I mean? But I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I would never like do that. But the thing is, when you learn different things, then you can change different things, right? About yourself. Maybe you used to believe certain things about yourself. Like I used to have this group of boys that would chase me literally home from school, and they would bark at me and tell me I was as ugly as a dog. And for a long, long time, I used to believe that I was super ugly. And so much so that it really prevented me from doing a lot of things. Kind of crazy, I know, but there you go. There's one thing that I have been allowed to change. Many other things, but what I've learned is that when you allow yourself to shift your beliefs, because your beliefs have an impact, a very significant impact upon your very cells, it can be a game changer for you. Yeah, thank you, Jill. You're so sweet. So one of the things that opened me up to that, I'm going to share with you right now as like a little teaser, is a book by Dr. Bruce J. Lipton. He is a microbiologist, and you may have heard of his stuff. Has anybody else ever heard of him? Come on, you guys, give him a shout out. I love the book of his called Biology of Belief. And what it is it's a book about how your beliefs impact the energy, not just the energy, but the actual mechanics, the physics, the cellular vibration of who you are, and the very being of you. And I have absolutely been 100% like one of those people that like when I listen to a book and I know I'm supposed to read it or listen to it, right? Because I study while I listen to. I know I like that's just I feel super strongly connected to it. For whatever reason, this particular book, I knew it was really important for me, but I couldn't quite get into it because it's kind of a complex book. And so I listened to it 4 times before I was like, oh, this is what it means. It's starting to make sense to me. And I share that with you because if you're one of those people who you start to listen to books and if it doesn't immediately like turn you on in the way that like it like lights you up, this is one of those books that it's really worth getting through that initial part. Listen to that first chapter like 3 or 4 times and then just dive into it. It is so good. You can get it on Audible. In fact, I think a lot of his work is even available on YouTube. But yes, it's very good. And super recommended. Super recommended. Dr. Bruce J. Lipton is the easiest way to find him, along with his amazing associates. Let's see, Dr. Joe Dispenza is another one, and also Greg Braden. Those 3 are like, I love their work so much. But yes, so that is another thing that's happening on Friday night. And then I also want to share with you that Kristen Hicks is going to be traveling in from Washington, and she will be doing some live spiritual profiling right from the stage. And then we will also be finishing off the night with Dr. Jerry and Tammy Duggar on their topic called the 7 Simple Lifestyle Tips. So it's going to be a really fun night. For those of you who've never tried light therapy, we're going to be having light therapy out in the hall in the foyer area just before you go into the amazing auditorium. There'll be a couple of other things that will be offered there, but the majority of our vendor area is all going to be open on Saturday. Just the speakers that are speaking on Friday night will be having a table there Friday night. Saturday, February 12th, I want to give you a sneak peek what is going to be happening. You can find our schedule, by the way, here on our page, also right on our website, the link that I've shared here on the screen. And so you can definitely check that out as well. For those of you who are really learning a lot more about crystals, I'm going to be teaching some things about crystals coming up this next Friday. I just wanted to just give that information away and just inspire people with that. There are going to be several different crystals and gemstone booths at our conference. You'll be able to pick up some great gifts and prizes and just things, just those wonderful gemstones to bless you. Vibes of Light is one of them. In fact, I want to go ahead and give one more shout out to them. We just did an amazing giveaway. There's an airplane going over. So, the Hiller First Base is just right there. So we're going to wait for just a hot sec. And did it pass? All right, so let's go ahead and I want to do one more shout out, and that is for the Vibe Jewelry Company. And if you use my name, all caps lock, Tammy, then you're going to get free shipping everybody's always asking me about my necklaces and the charms that I always wear, the beautiful bracelets. And so I'm like, let's just see if Jeannie Buse Olson will hook us up. And she absolutely is. And so you're going to be able to get also a free gemstone pendant with every purchase that you use my name, all caps lock. So there's the link for that. And it looks like our speaker is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on the amazing Chereon Hoopes. And you guys, Chereon, I've already done the introduction for her. I read her bio, I read her class material, but I want to bring her on. How are you?
Hi.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, it's so amazing. How are you?
Absolutely so good. Was just up in your neck of the woods yesterday. Absolutely beautiful country up there. So stunning.
Yes. Cold. Very cold.
It was 0 degrees at one point when I was near your home.
Yeah.
Cold. So yes, I want to go ahead and turn the time over to you so that you have full time on sharing what it is that you do, what you're going to be presenting about. And then if there is someone that's on right now and they're watching, like we've got people from New York that are on right now, how can they connect with you, like, if they weren't coming to the conference? So.
Okay. Awesome. Well, my name is Chereon Hoopes. I live in Star Valley, Wyoming. I do many, many things, but I am presenting on the magic of biofeedback. We first met Dr. Sharon in Hawaii. I took my family there for a week of healing, and we really did. But Dr. Sharon, we found, I walked into her office, who was an actual doctor, and she had this big monitor and this lady sitting with the headphones on, and I said, "What in the world are you doing?" And she said, "Oh, this is biofeedback," and it was amazing. And so we made an appointment for Maddie to have this thing done. We were there for 3 hours. She would have continued to work on her if I hadn't pulled the plug. So anyway, but in about 20 minutes, she said, "Oh, yeah, she's got liver flukes." Like, so maybe I should back up. My daughter Maddie has been sick for 7.5 years, and she's been in really poor health. And there's a lot of things that we've found to help. But the thing that I had never really thought about was like microorganisms. And so that was a really excellent, like in 20 minutes, she's like, "Oh, here's her problem. She's being overrun by these liver flukes." So we put her on a protocol to free her up from that. Diatomaceous earth, very good idea for just a week. Anyway, so I came home. I quit my job. I got my 401k, and I purchased this vector machine. I have since got an update, and it is a really cool program. So basically how it is you put the headphones on, and it's about a 10-minute scan, and it scans, there's like thousands of slides. And then there's like hundreds of lenses that you can view these from, like toxic stress load or allergens or food. The ones I usually use are the pathology to see what's going on, the microorganisms to actually go in and eliminate or rebalance the body so there's not so many microorganisms, and you can see exactly what's in there. So I don't know if anybody's like me, but as a young mom, I was always like, should I take the kids to the doctor and run the risk of the doctor laughing at me because it was nothing? Or do I not take them in and run the risk of them having something really wrong with them? So it's been a very nice blessing to just stick the headphones on and be able to run it and see exactly. My husband had food poisoning, And so we stuck the headphones on, and in 10 minutes, we knew exactly what was in his gut and gave him instructions for them to leave. So they actually use beta waves to remove. It's what they do is it causes them to be put into chaos and confusion. And so the body's defenses say, "Hey, you are not supposed to be here," and they're like, "I know," and they have to go. So that's been really cool. Probably the biggest shift that I've seen is that if you can go into, say, your heart wall. There is a slide called the heart wall, and most of the deep emotional traumas, that's where you're going to find those. There are a few other places I found that you can find them, but in the heart wall for sure. So we can actually go in, let's say the trauma is, well, there's usually several emotions or fears listed, and if they have the same number, then it's like a trauma, and your body's like, this looks like too much work. I don't want to mess with that. So we go in, and let's say it's frustration. So there will be a graph of frustration, and it's done in frequencies. So we have the opportunity to push the invert button, which flips the graph over. And so you are then given that inverted frequency, which mathematically, it makes that frequency be 0. So it doesn't exist for you anymore. So chemically, that is going to change in your body. You're likely going to have to deep breathe it out. You're going to have to drink a lot more water. Just like after a massage, you're going to have to detox your body. So those are some of the big, really awesome things that biofeedback can do for you. But the really exciting things is I'm doing a VIP service, which Tammy had the great idea for, and I agree. It's so amazing. So at the conference, we'll be running, normally it's $100 to see me for an hour. But with the VIP service, it's $360 for the month. So you get 4 times to come, and you're saving a little bit of money. But it's so amazing what we've found. Think of your body like a car. You're changing the oil, you're putting in gas, like the upkeep. If you're seeing me once a month, that's great. But the people that are coming more often, we're able to be getting into the deeper things. We're able to see those real traumas. So lately I've found the slides for neuralgia. I've found the slides for chronic fatigue. Just so amazing brain slides. So again, I said there's 1,000 slides, and I only usually see the ones in the regular queue. Lately, I've found the ones for blood, white blood cells. There's 6 different kinds. There's a monocyte, an erythrocyte, and a basophilic leukocyte. And so if you look at those guys, those are the ones that have been hot in the battle. Whatever's been going in your body, they reflect that. So we can actually go in and look at the pathology on a basophilic leukocyte, and it'll say, all these different things that they've fought, like laryngitis, or oophorytis, which is your ovaries, or maybe some kind of cancer, adenomas. Those are a lot of things that you probably will never know that you might have been having, because the white blood cells took care of it. They are like the soldiers. And so if we're keeping track and keeping really good care of the white blood cells, then that blood, it's not volume. That blood percentage of how well it's working for you is going to be very high. Now, normally the percentage is about 70%. 70% is a good scan for an overall person. And it's a good scan for blood. Since August, I have been seeing that number really drastically drop down to about 30 has been the lowest that I've seen. And so we just give a little love to those white blood cells, and that number is able to come back up. So it's really exciting technology. It is Russian in nature, and those guys, they really know where it's at. They have been doing some really fantastic science for a while. If you are not able to come to the conference and you want to participate in this, all I need is a lock of your hair, and you can send it to my P.O. Box, 783 in Afton, Wyoming. Now, you might think that that sounds a little witchy or a little voodoo, which my kids have accused me of on several occasions, and I have told them it is not my fault that witches and voodoo people know about Einstein's spooky theory because it's actually quantum physics and it works. So, of course, they use that because it's science and it works. Anyway, so if you can't be there and you still want to participate, you just send me a lock of your hair or nails. Things that aren't wet would be the best. And so I have this little box, and this just has everybody's little DNA. We just put their name and their birthday on it, and it stays in a locked cabinet so nobody can get it. And it's really awesome. I can also go in. One night I had a lady call me at 11:30 and say, "Oh, I'm just not feeling very well," and I had just scanned her like the weekend before at a retreat, and I did not have her DNA on file, so I didn't know if this would really work. But I sent her anyway. She said, "I think it's my appendix. It feels really bad." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll do what I can, but you go to the hospital if you need to, you know." Anyway, I pulled out my computer at 11:30 at night, and I pulled up the slides that I thought were most effective, and I used her old scan, and I energetically sent the healing to her, which is possible if it's a recent scan. So if it's any other way, I don't know the effectiveness of it. I'm working on it, but I don't know. Anyway, the gal called me in the morning and she said, "I feel great. Thanks so much." So it's something, again, it's not replacing medical treatment or anything, but I think it's another tool that you can have in your tool belt so you can take back your own autonomy and your own ability to help yourself heal. And that is what I do. I have classes on Facebook, um, 2 sets of 10 classes, that if you like my style, if you have never done anything and you want to start, like these are great classes. There's a beginner 10-hour class, and then there's a advanced 10-hour class where we really go into the properties of light, the duality of light. Very fascinating science there. And I guess that's my best thought, is that this isn't just poking around and hoping something works. This is actual science that's proven and it's backed up. And anyway, I just think it's amazing.
I love it so much. And of course, we can't make any sort of health claims. So people who are saying, can she do this? She doesn't have, like a medical degree. So, well, do you have a medical degree?
I have a CNHC, which is a nutrition.
Okay, so for those of you who are asking specific things, I just want to invite you to reach out and try it, because I was a little skeptical, even though I know about all this stuff. I was a little skeptical. And after the first one, I was like, what? I have to do this again. And so that's kind of why I talked her into doing the monthly thing. And by the way, thank you for doing that. I just went ahead and shared the link so that people can go ahead and check out the details for her VIP service. So if you can't come to the conference, you can't come and learn more about it, I invite you to at least check it out with her and try it out, because I'm doing it for myself, for my own family, and for my own well-being. And the really interesting thing about that I would like to personally share, this is from my own personal experience, of course, is that when Chereon did a scan on me, she didn't know about the things that were happening in my own life at that time. She had talked about a few very, very specific health things that were coming up on her scan. And it kind of blew my mind, to be honest with you. I talked to a friend of mine who is a scientist, and she's like, well, of course she could pick that up. She was like, what's the problem? Like, of course she can pick that up. And then after she did the scan, she did the frequencies to send it in that would put it back into balance. So it's not just that she's like, okay, this is what's going on. She's doing the scan, but then she's assimilating it and doing the balancing of it. So you feel the difference. So anyway, good stuff. So thank you so much, Chereon. I'm eternally grateful just for myself, and then also a few family members that she's been able to help. One of my kids that lives far, far away in another land, literally, started feeling a little under the weather, and I was able to get her in for a session, luckily. And it really did make a big difference. She said, no, I wasn't even that sick after all. And I'm like, I wonder how that happened. So Adriana says, can this scan be done remotely? Absolutely. So yeah, I want to encourage you guys to reach out. That link that I just shared, Adriana, even though you don't live by Chereon and I don't live by Chereon, you can literally go onto that link and schedule with her and get a session. And I just have to say also that she is going to be booking up once people learn what this thing can actually do. Not everybody is traveling to Hawaii, so
yeah, awesome.
good stuff, very good stuff. So you're going to be having a vendor space at our conference. You're going to have a class where you're going to be speaking on this specifically, right?
Yes, and I'll have slides so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, very much so. In fact, when she does a session on me, she does the before and after and sends it to me, and you can see the difference. It is awesome. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate you very, very much.
I love you, Tammy.
I love you too. See ya. She's fantastic. Well, today also I have with me the amazing Jill Serafina, and I was asking Jill, hey, what does that mean? Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Right there. That's much better. Okay, so tell us what your name means.
Jill Serafina. Serafina is just the female form of angel, because seraphim is the term for angels.
I love it. That's so awesome. So awesome. And I call you Pink all the time.
And I responded when you said, hey, Pink.
Hey, Pink. I love it. So much fun. Okay, so tell us what you are going to be speaking on Friday night at the conference.
I am talking about how you can have a fast, fun, holistic fat melting massage.
Woo!
Yes, Tammy gave such a great plug before. It is ultrasonic cavitation, and so sometimes it is called holistic liposuction. It uses ultrasonic sound waves to go in and create micro bubbles in the fat cells. And so it's agitating these fat cells enough that most of them are melting and up to 30% of them are actually bursting. So this is considered permanent. And then what happens is your lymphatic system will flush it away. It'll carry it to your liver and it'll process and it'll end up in the toilet somewhere around the 72-hour mark.
And it is important to drink water. Of caffeine.
Some people do complain because we do suggest the day of your appointment to have no caffeine, because the caffeine can slow down and make sluggish the lymphatic system.
Yeah, imagine that.
So if you want the best results, we do recommend no caffeine day of. Also try to get in a 30-minute exercise that day, because that increasing your heart rate, like doing a cardio, will also help get that lymphatic system moving. Massage is also helpful. and eating oranges, like eating citrus fruit, such as oranges and grapefruit, are great ways to get that lymphatic system going.
Yeah, and I also want to just share, because I've done this quite a few times. This isn't like something that I tried it once. I like did it many, many times, and I know that it works, and I know it doesn't hurt. Even the butt cupping is kind of fun.
People love the butt cupping.
I took a picture and sent it to a couple of friends, and they're like,
Yeah.
"What the heck are you doing
People
now?"
always want to see, because it does a suctioning, and so it's a holistic butt lift, like a Brazilian butt lift. And so it does do suctioning like in and out to help retrain kind of the shape of your glutes.
You know what's really funny? I was just thinking about this. Like 5 years ago, I had all these haters like sending me awful messages on
so sad.
Facebook saying, "Look at her, she looks so fake. She's obviously done tons of facelift and stuff." And I'm thinking, I've never done a facelift, but I have done this.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you did bring up the facelift, because it's amazing as well. So what we do with the ultrasonic liposuction, the ultrasonic sound waves are melting your fat, but at the same time, there's another component to the machine that's also doing radio frequency skin tightening. And so we are not only melting your fat, but we are tightening the skin as well. And so with the facelifts, I do offer facials, anti-aging facials, and it is
nice.
Yeah, it is seriously so nice. So it's none of the fat melting part, but it is just activating the collagen and the elastin deep inside, so like you literally look younger. And I've had a lot of clients with a lot of success.
Yeah, you notice a difference one time. You do it one time, and you can totally tell.
Yes.
I mean, I literally had people asking me the next day.
That's amazing.
And I was like, oh.
I had a client who texted me the next day. She's like, all my coworkers keep asking why I'm glowing.
I love it.
I can help you, vibes of light.
So, but here's the thing, you guys, this is vibrational medicine, and I love it so much. And you're a big fan of that. I mean, you do the iSound Institute, you like do all of this good stuff with the Vibroporium.
Yes.
Like, you've been a massage therapist for 14 years, a Reiki master, all this thing. And like, not just anyone can go in and like do this. You have to have a license. You have to have certain qualifications in place, and depending on which state you live in, right? But you travel to multiple states around.
Yes,
you just like
I
want
do
to get
travel.
the word out.
I know. I love it so much. It's seriously so fun. I love it. And my clients love it too, so that just makes me love it even more. But I do travel to Phoenix about every other month, and then I am going to start doing Tree Mountain on the Wednesdays.
Woo-woo!
Yes, we're going to get that rolling. So
yeah, so for those of you that are in my neck of the woods, definitely let's get together, you guys. She's going to be at the day spa that I have an office in, and it's just over on the west side of town, kind of over by the county fairgrounds. So
yes, it's perfect.
It's going to be way fun, but I am like so proud of her because she's really like making a difference. And I also just feel like I want to add, just in case you have any questions about this, like she's not cutting into you with a razor. She's not stitching you up. This isn't going to like put you down for weeks and weeks on end. It doesn't cost you like $30,000 or $13,000 or just whatever, not to be super specific. But you know, this is something that you can do as just like this, you know, wonderful relaxation.
Yeah, a lot of people just fall asleep on the table, which is why we joke that it's a fat melting massage. People just scroll their Facebook because you can lose inches by going to the gym, eating super healthy and like working out super hard. Or you can come scroll Facebook for an hour on my table.
I actually do.
And on the stomachs, I do guarantee a minimum of 1 inch every 60-minute treatment. And Shauna, you're asking how long does it last? It is permanent. So you are perfectly capable of adding fat back in, which is why we recommend the best clientele for this is going to be someone who's like within 15 to 20 pounds of their goal weight. People who are already eating and like living a clean lifestyle, because we want you to be able to maintain the results. But I am able to permanently remove what is there.
Just for the record, I actually have friends who do this and they still go get Wendy's right after and whatever, but they still have the results.
Yes.
So I hear you saying that, but I'm like, that's not what so-and-so did.
I love
not calling anybody out
because I offer packages, and so the bigger the package you buy, the cheaper it can get.
Yeah.
And so I love it when people are coming in like once a week for 5 weeks and getting the 5-package total torso like done. And I just love, because every single time they come back in, their new beginning measurement is the exact same as their end measurement of when they left me last week. So that to me always just proves like this isn't water weight. This is like actual.
Yeah.
And even like over Thanksgiving and over Christmas, my clients were able to like stay the same. So that made me very happy.
That is freaking amazing. So
Yes.
I really feel like this is so important. People need to know that there's like a healthier way to take care of yourself in the way that feels good to you. Like, this isn't for everybody. That's not what we're here to say. But if this feels like it's interesting to you, or, you know, like you might want to try it, you could even just come for one time just to see. You don't have to commit to anything here. But
I just love that it's holistic. I know you've touched on that, but I just want to keep touching on that.
Yeah.
There's no recovery time. There's no downtime. There's no bruising. Like, it's literally.
It didn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
It felt good.
It's affordable. It's fast. It's fun. We can either chat the whole time and listen to fun music, or I can put on spa music and you can take a nap.
And seriously, I've had so many people say like, "Oh my gosh, Tammy, you have the best playlist." And I'm thinking, I got all these songs from Jill. Like, what the?
I love music.
She seriously is so much fun. You'll have such a blast. So again, let's go ahead and just like go over those cities one more time where you are.
I will start to do Tremonton. My permanent location is Salt Lake City. It's about 24th South and Main Street. And then I do Phoenix every other month.
But let's say that if you had like a bunch of girlfriends that were going to go like spend the night at a VRBO or something, and they wanted you to come in, would you be willing to?
I
like,
would absolutely do that.
You would love that? Okay, so what?
I actually just did that for some girls out in California, because they were going to go out to Hawaii
for
a week. And so they brought me out for a week, and I did
Fun.
them. Yeah, I got to go to Disneyland.
Oh my gosh, how fun. That was so cool. I didn't even know that.
Yes.
We're just like totally going off the cuff here. Another question for you. If there are people who are retreat producers, or they have their own wellness clinics that are around, if they got you multiple appointments in for one day, would you be willing to travel for, up and down the Wasatch Front? Or?
I absolutely would. And even into Wyoming.
Okay.
Like a good enough little chunk of people.
Okay, cool. So you guys, I'm just planting some seeds out there in case you're like, ooh, I want to do this. That might be kind of fun to be able to do. But yeah, this is going to be so awesome. So you're going to be at the conference. What are you doing at your vendor space?
I was going to say, though, on Friday night is when I'll be speaking, and I will be launching and talking about my new affiliate program. So I can talk about some ways if you want to start to get some of this liposuction or facelifts or the Brazilian butt lift, any of the treatments for free. I can tell you about my new affiliate program. And then also I'll be launching a new group weight loss type group, like group sessions and things like that. I'll be launching that as well. It's called the Get Lighter program. So you'll be lighter inside and out. It'll be so fun. And I'll also be giving giveaways and discounts and all the things. That will also be at my booth for all day Saturday. So if you're not able to come Friday night, then I will have a booth Saturday. So look for me there. So
are you going to be doing any demos? Are you going to be like, if somebody wanted to like practice this, or are you
probably not?
Probably not. Okay.
Just because I need things to be sanitized.
Yeah, that's
true. The conference may not be as sanitary.
That's true. What do you got here?
I brought a few pictures to see if we can show. This is just one session.
One session, you guys.
2.25 inches off of her stomach. And this one was fun because I also, like Tammy said, I am a Reiki master and I do sound healing as well. And with her, we used tuning forks, and I did a womb cleanse because she did have some trauma, which is a little bit of the reason why she was holding on to excess weight in that area. And so between doing some Reiki, doing some tuning forks, and with the ultrasonic cavitation, we were able to take off 2.25 inches in one 60-minute session.
Wow.
If that's not worth $200, I don't know what is.
Seriously.
It is seriously so worth it. I do accept HSA and FSA cards, all credit cards. Venmo's always preferred. And yeah, I just love pictures because I feel they tell all the stories. In my Instagram, I'll have Tammy go ahead and post that, but I have a highlight reel of a bunch of before and afters. I am constantly posting about my Reiki sound healing massages I offer, and also with this ultrasonic liposuction. And I am about to start posting heavily more about the facelifts because I ran a beta program to kind of get some really good before and afters. And those pictures have been amazing. Like, I'm so excited. So I'm going to start fully offering the anti-aging facials.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So like this person was another. So above her belly button, we took off 2 inches. At the belly button was 2 inches. And then right below the belly button, 2.5 inches in one 60-minute session.
Can you guys see these pictures? I want to see if you guys can actually see them. If you can, go ahead and comment and let me know. If like, can you see those? Would that be something that you guys would be interested in doing? I'm actually thinking about maybe even sponsoring a giveaway coming up in the next couple months or so for someone on this page. Like, I absolutely love this myself. And I just feel like if you're looking for a way to help maybe a daughter or a friend back up something like this, would be fantastic. What a gift, right?
Yes. And body parts, I love the stomach. It's kind of become my jam. I love it because there's always like usually like an energetic component to like why we're holding on right there. But we can do all the body parts, like the bra bulge in the back, the low back, the side, like the love handles. We can reduce the appearance of cellulite on the thighs, arms, basically all the body parts.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of my favorite things to do was my arms, because I've been kind of self-conscious about like, not my forearms, but I'm talking like up here, you know. I've just always been kind of self-conscious, and I am kind of a wussy when it comes to like, I can't do, you know, like indoor rock climbing or anything like that. And I used to be able to. And so I love the fact that I can go in and it just helps me to be able to feel different, you know what I mean? And so yeah, go ahead and show the love handles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just had Kathy's question of can
Yeah.
you reduce the love handles? And this is one of my favorite pictures. So these, well, it's backwards. These are the befores and these are the afters. So if you can see the difference in her love handles, and this was just one 60-minute session. I highly recommend most people purchase the 3 package.
Yeah, I would say a minimum of 3.
Yeah, I love 3 because then we can fully, when we do 3, I usually kind of pick an area of focus and we'll do like the top and the bottom and then the love handles for like 1, 2, and 3. And it makes it cheaper because it's $600 for the 3 sessions.
That is awesome.
Which is so stinking fun and affordable and fabulous and all the things.
That is very cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so what are some of the most common questions that you get about this?
A lot of people ask if it hurts, and it truly doesn't.
I totally thought it was going to
I know,
hurt.
a lot of
so
people,
scared.
That's always their biggest thing. And also, is it permanent? And that answer is yes. And I always love it when people are surprised. They're like, I kind of thought it would be gimmicky and probably water weighty. And then they come back like a week or 2 and they're still at the exact same measurement of when they left me.
Yeah, I love it. Well, and the fact that this is like holistic too, right? I'm not taking a pill that's going to damage my organs or whatever.
Because I love adding in that energy component as well to pull out any like buried or trapped emotions. Womb cleanses are definitely a thing on the females. And that's another thing. It's not just for females. I do men as well.
Awesome. I do men as well. Okay, sorry, just had to add that in. All right, does anybody else have any questions that we haven't highlighted or asked today? I do want to just share with you guys, if you're feeling like, oh, that's a vain thing, can I just say, no, it's not. This is a self-love. This is a self-care thing. And if you've been feeling like you just need something extra, maybe you have been working out. Like I did a freaking crap. I did a half marathon and I was working out. I mean, I was like walking between 5 and 10 miles every day. Wow. For like 3 months. And I could not seem to shift so it's okay to try some things so that you like it, so that you know what I mean? And like we had a speaker on last Friday and she's like all about helping with the health and the nutrition components and part of it. Like, why not bring something like this in? Why not try something else?
Yeah, in my office, I never allow any self-negative talk. Yeah. Sometimes people will take off their shirt so we can do like pictures and measurements and they'll apologize. I'm like, what are you apologizing for? Your body gave you beautiful babies. Like, no, our bodies are amazing. And so I always compliment the body. I always thank it for all that it does. Yeah. And I view this as giving the body a little shortcut. Because like you absolutely can go to the gym and like kind of work hard on the body.
I worked my butt off and I wasn't doing what I wanted.
But if there's like a cute little shortcut we can give with love, it's like, you've been working so hard, body. Here, let me take this off for you.
I felt like my body like went,
there's no fixing. Like your body's already amazing as it is. But we can give it little shortcuts here and there.
It's one of the things I absolutely love about you though, is like you are so affirming. And you are so like, I've never felt you to ever be a judgmental person at all. And that is like such a big deal when you are being so vulnerable in a, a space like that. So I just really appreciate that very much about you. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you guys know that she is going to be at the conference. I highly recommend you reaching out to her in advance. Do you have any sort of, information besides what's on the page here that you want them to know? Just they can go here and schedule, right?
Yes. We'll put a link if there's a little bit more info plus a scheduling link. And then also on my Instagram, I do have quite a bit more.
Awesome. So where do they go if they're not quite ready to jump in but with both feet here, but they want to find out more information? Would you recommend that they go straight to your website, Facebook, Instagram?
I would recommend following me on Instagram or Facebook. I am the most active on Instagram, but I'm always posting it into Facebook as well. Cool. And I'm constantly doing updates and before and after pictures. And I'm even going to be adding in a new machine next month so my current machine melts fat and tightens skin. And next month I'll be adding in a machine that melts fat and builds muscle. So depending on the body type of the client and or the body parts will be which machine I use. So if you're a little bit closer to exposing a six-pack, we can shift over into that machine and start building that muscle.
Wow, that's
and
awesome.
Like the arms and also I was gonna say with the arms, what you had mentioned, that's why I love the current machine, that it tightens the skin too. So you can really like firm and tone and tighten the arms.
Because I have been lifting a little bit.
The Relief Society arm is what it's been dubbed. If you've got a little bit of the underneath, I can definitely help with that.
Yeah, Mrs. Raleigh from my 8th grade. I thought she was gonna whack herself in the face a few times. I was genuinely just very concerned. But the thing is, it's not even like it was her fault. I know she had some help. Things were going on. So when everybody else would make fun of her, I just felt bad, sending her love. And oh man, having been through a lot of my own health concerns, I just have so much compassion actually. Because why,
Yes. Oh, it's on love.
But literally, like my arms, I just felt like I did start lifting and it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And because they got stretched out, you know what I mean? From when I gained 100 pounds in 6 months. I mean, of course I still have some stretch marks there and I'm working on that. But as that extra skin is hanging there, that's what this comes into play. And it just it just gives it a big squeeze.
And the radio frequency does help with the reduction of stretch marks too.
Oh, it does?
Because it rebuilds the
collagen.
Freaking awesome. So good.
So if you're looking to get just a little bit more love in there, you guys, this is fantastic. I don't see any other questions coming in. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the opportunity one last time to ask any questions that you might have to Jill while I got her on. And then I just also would like to just encourage you guys to go to her social media, Facebook or Instagram. Go follow her. She's got so much great stuff anyway. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask a couple questions here. These are kind of vulnerable questions.
Oh no, okay.
If you were to win, I'm not saying I'm giving away right now, but if you were to win and you got to choose a body part that you could do this on, what body part would you choose? I'm curious to see what, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, what's the number one body part?
This
stomach. Oh, I was so scared when they gave me that option. I'm like, no, nobody touches my stomach. I get a massage. I'm like, I skip over my stomach and just have never done that. But okay, so look, Jessica even says, Tammy, hey girl. My neck. You know what, Shauna? Yes. I went for my neck. My second time I went in, I did my neck. Actually, did my thighs and my booty first.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Thighs and booties do take a little bit longer because it is like a different beast than the stomach type of fat. So with the thighs, I do recommend 3 to 5 sessions, and on the stomach, I recommend 1 to 3. So just kind of keep that in mind.
That's awesome. And you guys
love handles. They're seriously so receptive to to this work. They work great.
And she is a professional. She has a license. She has a license to touch. Yes. She definitely has everything that she needs in order to do this. She's legal. Is that the best way to say that? So if you're like, what is this? And I'm going to be taking off my shirt for what? Like, you're good. Okay. So stomach, neck, Love handles butt and stomach, butt, stomach. Okay, so out of everyone that just commented, I actually am going to go ahead and offer any of you who are on right now a free ticket to the conference. So send me a message. I want to hook you up just for commenting and being interactive here today with us. That way you can come and have a free ticket for Friday night. So message me if you would like to come, or if you'd like a virtual ticket, you know, because I know, Shauna, you're in Pocatello. Pocatello is not that far from Tremont.
It's not.
I mean, I just drove home from Pocatello just last night.
We drove up there for that conference. So.
Yeah, that's right. Cynthia says stomach. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? Good to see you. And yeah, so this is good stuff. So if you would like to be able to listen in on the virtual ticket or attend live, message me and I will hook you up. So, all right, anything else you'd like to add?
No.
I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you next Friday, this coming Friday.